Have you ever felt that peace is just out of reach, like a whisper lost in the wind? We chase it through endless notifications, through the glow of screens, through the accumulation of things that promise comfort but deliver noise. We think inner peace is something you stumble upon, a hidden treasure waiting for you in some faraway land or in some elusive future. But the truth monks have known for centuries is far simpler, and yet far more demanding. Inner peace isn't found. It's built. It's crafted moment by moment, decision by decision, like a sculptor chiseling a statue out of raw stone. And the methods they use, the habits they embrace, the awareness they cultivate can teach anyone how to construct that sanctuary within, no matter how chaotic the outside world may be. Imagine a mind that doesn't scream in panic at every setback, a heart that doesn't tremble at every insult, a soul that rests easily even when storms rage. That is the power of building inner peace, and today we'll explore exactly how monks do it and how you can too. The first thing you must understand is that the world is inherently unstable, and trying to find peace and stability is like trying to plant a tree on shifting sand. Monks know this, and that is why they do not seek peace in circumstances. They do not wait for a calm day, a kind word, or problem-free life. They know that all of those are illusions, temporary mirages that vanish the moment you turn your gaze. Instead, they turn inward. They look at the mind itself as the soil in which peace can grow. And they tend that soil with patience, awareness, and discipline. Think of it like this. Your mind is a garden. Thoughts are seeds. Some will grow into flowers, some into weeds. If left untended, the weeds overrun everything. Inner peace is the act of tending, of pulling the weeds of distraction, anger, and fear, and planting seeds of presence, gratitude, and understanding. One of the simplest yet most powerful practices monks use is awareness of breath. It sounds almost too simple, almost naive, to think that simply paying attention to the rise and fall of your chest can change the way you experience life. But the breath is the bridge between your body and your mind. When the mind is chaotic, the breath becomes shallow and scattered. When the breath is steady, the mind follows. Try this. Close your eyes and simply feel the air as it enters and leaves your body. Notice the subtle pause at the top and bottom of each breath. Feel the rhythm. Let each exhale be a release, a letting go of tension and thought that no longer serves you. For monks, this is not a fleeting exercise. It is a doorway into presence, into the realization that peace is not something to chase. It is the natural state that emerges when the mind is uncluttered. But awareness alone is not enough. Monks also practice detachment, not in the sense of apathy, but in the sense of freedom from being enslaved by desire and fear. Every human heart is pulled in 1,000 directions by longing, by the need for recognition, by attachment to outcomes. And every time we cling, we suffer. Monks cultivate the art of letting go. They understand that nothing outside of themselves can anchor their peace. Imagine holding sand in your hand. The tighter you grasp, the more it slips through your fingers. Let go, and it rests in your palm. Life is like that sand. The more you cling to what you cannot control, the more restless your mind becomes. Let go. Not because the world is cruel, but because your peace is sacred and belongs to you. Another key to building inner peace is the acceptance of impermanence. Monks live in constant awareness of the transient nature of life. Every moment is fleeting, every feeling temporary, every situation passing. And when you truly internalize this, your mind becomes like water, fluid and adaptable, flowing around obstacles instead of smashing against them. Pain is experienced, but it does not consume. Joy is celebrated, but it is not clung to. Imagine standing under a waterfall. At first, the force may push you back, overwhelm you. But if you learn to move with the water instead of resisting, you discover a strange kind of freedom. That is impermanence in action, a constant dance with life where peace is not the absence of turbulence, but the skill to navigate it. Monks also use silence as a powerful tool. In a world where every moment is filled with sound music, chatter, notifications, advertisements, silence becomes revolutionary. Sitting in silence is like opening a window in a stuffy room. Suddenly, clarity enters, and you can see the shapes of your thoughts, the patterns of your mind. Silence is not emptiness. It is the space in which your soul speaks, in which your inner compass recalibrates. Even a few minutes of intentional silence each day can teach your mind to pause before reacting, to observe before judging, to breathe before panicking. And over time, that pause becomes your shield against chaos, your doorway to peace. Discipline is another pillar of the monk's path. Peace is not accidental. It is not a gift that falls from the sky. It is earned through repeated choice, through a commitment to habits that shape the mind. Monks wake early, meditate daily, engage in mindful work, and live with minimal distraction. Every action is deliberate. Every thought is noticed. And yet, this discipline is not oppressive. It is liberating. Think of a river confined by banks. Without the banks, it spreads everywhere, uncontrolled, destructive. The banks do not limit the water, they give it direction, strength, and flow. Discipline is the same. It channels your energy, giving it purpose and clarity, allowing inner peace to flourish naturally. Equally important is compassion. Monks understand that peace cannot exist in isolation from others. Hatred, resentment, and judgment are heavy chains that bind the mind. Cultivating compassion, both for yourself and for others, lightens the heart. It does not mean you accept harm or injustice. It means you stop feeding your mind with the poison of grudges and ill will. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack filled with rocks labeled anger, envy, and resentment. Every step is painful. Compassion is setting that backpack down even if the world around you remains heavy. Peace is not passive. It is an active choice to nurture kindness where you can, to soften the hardness within you, and to see others as fellow travelers on the unpredictable path of life. Monks also embrace simplicity. Complexity is the enemy of peace. Our modern lives are cluttered not only with objects but with thoughts, commitments, and distractions. Monks strip life to its essentials, recognizing that freedom is found not in accumulation but in reduction. Imagine a room crowded with furniture, books, and trinkets. Moving through it is exhausting. Now imagine the same room empty, save for a mat and a window. The space itself becomes a gift. Simplicity creates room for reflection, for focus, for clarity. The same applies to your mind. Every thought you cling to, every worry you carry unnecessarily, every distraction you indulge adds clutter. Let go, reduce, simplify. In that simplicity, peace emerges effortlessly, like sunlight spilling through an open doorway. Yet perhaps the most challenging aspect of building inner peace is patience. Monks understand that transformation does not occur overnight. The mind is a stubborn landscape, filled with old habits and conditioned reactions. Change requires persistence, repetition, and grace. You will stumble. You will be tempted to seek shortcuts. You will forget. But each time you return to awareness, to breath, to compassion, to detachment, you strengthen the foundation of your inner sanctuary. Imagine building a temple brick by brick. Each act of mindfulness, each choice of patience over reactivity, is a brick placed with care. The temple will not rise in a day, but slowly, steadily, it becomes a fortress, a place where storms cannot breach, where the soul can rest in quiet majesty. And here is a twist many never expect. Building inner peace does not require abandoning the world. It does not demand that you retreat to a cave in the mountains or renounce everything. Monks teach that peace is portable. It can exist in a crowded city, a noisy office, a chaotic household. The difference is the practice, the intention, the cultivated presence that remains unshaken by circumstance. Peace is not about escape. It is about mastery. It is the skill of being unshaken, of carrying a quiet mind like a lantern in the dark, illuminating your path no matter the chaos around you. So, how do you begin to build it? Start small. Choose one practice today, a few minutes of mindful breathing, a moment of silence, a deliberate act of compassion. Notice how your mind responds. Let awareness become a habit, not a theory. Notice the weeds in your mental garden and gently pull them. Plant seeds of gratitude, patience, and presence. Over days, weeks, months, this practice accumulates. Like a river carving a canyon, like roots splitting rock, inner peace grows through persistence, attention, and care. Ask yourself this. If peace is not found but built, what are you constructing in your life each day? Are your choices building chaos or calm? Are your habits nurturing turbulence or serenity? Are you planting weeds of fear and distraction or seeds of presence and understanding? The answer is not in tomorrow. It is in the bricks you lay today, in the breath you take now, in the kindness you extend at this moment. Peace is not a destination. It is a life lived with intention. And the beautiful truth is that it is always within reach. Because it is built from what you already carry. Your awareness, your choices, your heart. So rise from the chaos, breathe, notice, let go. Step into silence. Simplify. Practice compassion. Cultivate patience. With each action, each decision, you are not waiting for peace. You are creating it. Like a sculptor who sees the statue within the marble, like a gardener who tends each plant with care, you are the architect of your inner sanctuary. Life will still challenge you. Storms will still arrive. But within, you will have a fortress no storm can breach, a sanctuary no distraction can disturb. You will carry peace not as a fragile gift, but as a built, living reality that grows stronger with each day. And remember, this is not a journey you take once. It is a lifelong construction project. Brick by brick, breath by breath, moment by moment. The effort itself is the reward, because in building inner peace, you build the clarity, the strength, the freedom, and the joy to navigate life in its fullest expression. If you take one thing from this video, let it be this. Inner peace is not waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect life, the perfect circumstances. Inner peace is built, and you can begin today. Start small, start now, and watch as the world changes not around you, but within you. And when you experience that shift, you will realize that nothing external can take it away, because it was built with your own hands, mind, and heart. If this message resonated with you, if you felt a spark of possibility, I want you to do something right now. Take a deep breath and commit to one small act of building peace today. Comment below with what you will do, share this video with someone who needs it hit, like if this message inspired you, and subscribe to Echoes of Greatness to continue exploring the practices, insights, and wisdom that help us all build a life of depth, meaning, and inner calm. Together, we can learn, grow, and construct the peace that the world so desperately needs, not outside, but within.